Hello, welcome back to episode 6 of All the Mods 8. Quick update in between episodes. I have made a few more drawers just for some of the stone and gravel and such that I got from mining. I've had to upgrade this chest because it's too many things. I've done a decent amount of mining. We've got a few diamonds, heaps of redstone, lapis, kind of just the usual stuff. Yeah, lots of ores, as you can see. Getting heaps of platinum and iron. Got some more to smelt up. While I was mining, as well, came across a bunch of spawner rooms and other rooms that had chests in them. There are a few things that I got that I wanted to update you guys with. We got this obsidian skull, which is another artifact. So, same as the bunny shoes, the night vision, and the hook that we have. And this, the wearer becomes temporarily immune to fire damage when hurt by fire. So that's pretty sweet. I also got these two boxes from Evilcraft and from the Tombstone mod that I don't really know what I did to get them. This one says reward received by completing advancements in Corel Tombstone, but I don't know what advancement I got. I might have killed a certain amount of mobs or something. The other one is a box of Eternal Closure, which says it has a vengeance spirit in it. So I'm not sure about opening that one, whether that will be a bad idea or not. But the small one anyway, Curse of Bones. I feel like we already got one of those. Yeah, oh well. And Box of Eternal Closure. Okay, I can't open it. What if I place it? Oh. Ah. I don't really know what that did. I think I just released a vengeance spirit. I don't know if that will come back to haunt us. I'll just put that in there and forget that ever happened. And the last thing that I wanted to update you guys on was just quests. I think there are a few that I've done that have rewards. So kill 10 skeletons, random reward, energy upgrade. Pretty sure we got one of those already. Oh, it was a speed upgrade. Yeah, not that useful at the moment, but you know. Kill 10 creepers. I also killed some creepers. We got some iron. 4 iron. I'll take it. Also in the basic storage. Pickup upgrade. Yeah, I think I got one of these from a chest or something. I think that's it. Oh, and I almost forgot. The last update is that I made a Platinum Prospector Hammer. So this is pretty sweet. It really helps with mining. You can just sort of right click on stone and it'll tell you what ores are behind that stone. I think I worked out it has about a 12 block range. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of platinum lying around, so I made it out of platinum just because of the durability. Yeah, we've got a decent amount here and still some to process. So today, the main thing that I'm keen to get set up and going is power. And I've had a little bit of think about how I want to do this. And I think I'm going to go with the classic pumping some lava from the nether and using that in a magmatic dynamo to generate a bit. I'm sure it'll just be our sort of early to mid-game power. There will be other things that we use to generate power later on, but I think it's a pretty good way just to get started. So I've got a few recipes saved here. I think we're going to use the pump from Ranged Pumps. It does use a block of diamond. It's the only sort of resource that we're lacking on a bit. But we do have enough. We do have enough. Somewhere here. So diamond and then just obsidian, iron pickaxe, and a couple buckets of water and lava. So the other things we'll need to make are ender tank, which is just blaze rods, an ender pearl, bucket, wool, obsidian. I think we have enough ender pearls, and we do have enough blaze rods as well, so that's good. The magmatic dynamos themselves are the things that will be generating the power from the lava that we get from the nether. And these are pretty simple. Redstone, gold, iron, and then Invar. And Invar is iron and nickel, of course. And looking at this, I think the easiest way we're going to do this now is if I make a ore hammer, like this platinum one, for example, you can use the ore hammers with the raw resource to get dust. So I'll use an ore hammer to break down iron and nickel, and then combine the dust and smelt the dust to get the Invar. We should be able to get a pretty decent amount from that. And I was thinking we can use some of these universal pipes and fluid pipes that we've got from quest rewards. I'm just going to make a pipe wrench so that we can actually use the pipes for piping things in and out. Just like that. So the first thing I'm thinking is I want to figure out where to put this setup on this side of things. So obviously in the nether, the pump will be placed above a massive pool of lava. But here, thinking I could make a little floor underneath here, and that could be where it is. I think that might be the best bet. Another little room. So I'll make that. And there we go. I've made a little basement. And I've fixed up this area as well, so it looks a bit nicer. So we can go up the elevator once. We've got a little basement. This is where I'll put the lava, ender tank, and then the magmatic generators as well for now. And then we can go up to our main house, and then of course up again to the gardens. So I think I've got everything that we need to make these few things. First of all, I'll make the ender tanks. Make 2 of those. I made them orange as well. Got some orange wool, so that's easy. Next can be the pump. I'll make the diamond block, and I should be able to make 2 iron picks. So then the only things we need here are a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. There's the water, there's the lava, and there's the pump. So there's the pump, ender tanks, get rid of those. So now magmatic dynamo. I need to make a bunch of these. So what I've got with me is I should have enough platinum here to make a platinum ore hammer. I need 1 more stick. So with the platinum ore hammer, I'll break down 16 raw nickel into dust and 32 raw iron into dust. Put that away. So now I can combine these for a bunch of Invar dust. And I'll throw these into the furnace. I'll leave the rest in there. So while this Invar's smelting up, I thought it would be a good idea to make one of these mega torches. I think that'd be a pretty good use of our few diamonds. Mega torch. Might even place it underneath there, so we don't really need to see it. Should still be able to elevator up. And that should stop the hostile mobs spawning in a pretty big radius, I think. And while I'm waiting for the last few to smelt up here, I figure we'll just go through the quests as well, because I think I got a few since the start of the episode. So tips and tricks, we made the mega torch. That's a random reward. Feathers. We also killed enough endermen to get this random reward, which was an enchanted book. Protection 1. And the furnaces are done. Should have about a stack of Invar, which is pretty sweet. So I should be able to make 10 of the magmatic dynamos. Now, one or so of them will be in the nether with the pump, and so the pump will power itself. So that's 10 gears. Ten flux coils. So just need some more iron. That should be 10 magmatic dynamos. So, I'll grab my pipes, make sure I've got my wrench. I'm going to grab some building blocks just so we can build some sort of platform. I'll go with this calcite. And it's off to the nether to set this up. So here we are in the nether. I don't think this thing has to actually be close to lava, so I'm just going to make a little platform. And I'm going to place the pump. We want at least one magmatic dynamo. I think I can rotate it like this. I'll put 2 on here, just because we've got a few spare. And then we want a universal pipe here and here. Ender tank on top. Looks like we can't actually pipe out of the ender tank, which is kind of strange. So we'll try it like this, where these can pull out of the pump, and that'll power these, which will power the pump, which will put it into the ender tank. Now I'm not sure if the ender tank keeps its color, because these don't look like they're colored to me, but hopefully they do. So now that this is set up, we just need some lava to get it going, so that the magmatic dynamos can start generating power, which will turn the pump on, which will give the magmatic dynamos more lava. So I'm just going to run down and grab some lava. So now I've got a few buckets of lava. I can throw them in here, so that should start generating power and start the pump working. So the pump's working, it's getting energy, and oh, there's some lava in this one too. Sweet, so it looks like it's filling it up. Is there any in this tank? Yes, there is some in the ender tank. Awesome. So that should be all self-sufficient. These magmatic dynamos should power the pump to get more lava to power the magmatic dynamos. I'll make sure I chunk load this. And then we'll come back in a bit and make sure that it's still keeping up. Now we're down in our basement. I'm going to place the ender tank there. And I think the reason the pipes weren't working before was I was trying to do it out of the side when it has a hole at the end. So if you see, oh, not the energy pipe, but the universal pipe. See, that plugs in because it's on the end where the hole is. So I've got 8 of these magmatic dynamos, and if I put them like that, and then I want to pipe the lava into all of them, and then we want to pipe out energy. Now I had to make some more pipes, so I made some energy pipes. Recipe is just redstone and iron, so it was pretty straightforward. And so I want to pull liquid out of there. So that should pull lava out, and oh yeah, they're already starting to run. And then these should have energy in them. Anyway, I would like to try and make some sort of energy storage. So we should now have everything we need to make the redstone flux cell. I had to go out and make some cured rubber by smelting rubber, which was from vines and a bucket of water. And we also needed some electrum, which we got the same way we got Invar, using the platinum ore hammer on silver and gold, and then combining the dust and smelting it to get electrum. So we need the electrum for a gear, and then just glass and lead to make the flux cell frame. And then with that, we need a flux coil, a block of redstone, iron, and the cured rubber that I got earlier. And that's a redstone flux cell. So if I head up, so if I head down to our power generation and I pop this on there, I'll just configure that the back is insert. And look at that, we're generating power and storing it, which is pretty cool. And I will pop up to the nether to check that the pumps here are still running well. They're full now with lava. Everything's full. It's working well. So the one thing I realized that you guys probably noticed was that I forgot to turn all of these energy pipes to pull out from the magmatic dynamos. So I've done that now, and this filled up pretty quickly. So now that we have a supply of power, I've moved this flux cell over to the side, just because I'm going to pipe some energy out of here. What I'd like to do is, I'd like to try and get our furnaces the factory augment. So that'll mean that instead of coal, it'll use power. So from down here, I should be able to pipe some power directly up into the back of these, and then we'll no longer need to put coal in them. So to make these augments, it's actually pretty cheap. It's just stone, piston, redstone, paper. So I'll make a couple of those. I've also smelted up a lot of gold, so I will probably actually also upgrade them from iron to gold furnaces. So first of all, the iron to gold upgrade, I'll get 2 of those. Boom, boom. So these are both now golden furnaces, and I should have the stuff now to make a couple pistons. So now I just need some regular stone. And some paper. And I should be able to make 2 of these augments. So now, if I right click, we can see that it can smelt 4 items at a time. And instead of a fuel slot, it now has a power bar. I've dug a little hole in behind these furnaces, and I'm just going to bring a power cable up and plug into the back. Wouldn't even notice. And if I go down here and hook it up to the power, and make sure I don't forget to switch the energy pipe to pull out of the flux cell, these should now be filling up with power, which they are. So that's great. And if I also turn on auto split, it will automatically split up whatever stacks I've put in there, and it will smelt them. So now that we have these furnaces that we don't have to power, I've broken down a bunch of the raw materials and with so now that we have furnaces that we don't need to power, I've broken down a bunch of the raw materials that we had using the platinum ore hammer. If you remember that, I used up all the durability on it. And I can just throw them into this top chest, and they will fill into both furnaces and will just smelt out and spit out the bottom. The raw crimson iron, I couldn't see a way to easily double it. I see there is a macerator and a few other things that I'm not so sure about. So I think for now I'm just going to smelt the raw directly. Look at that, 4 at a time, 8 at a time. It's great. It's great. So we will eventually get through this whole backlog. I might even just smelt them raw because there's so many of them underground. There's just massive veins. And with that, I think this is probably a good place to wrap up this episode. We made pretty good progress today, I'd say, with being able to smelt things now with no coal, thanks to our lava power system. Looks like it's managing to keep up. The dynamos have emptied of energy, but the flux cell seems to be at a pretty steady amount, so we're generating enough. It's great. Thanks for watching, especially if you made it this far. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Boy, oh boy, did we make a lot of progress today. Sure would make even more progress if you subscribed. You should probably subscribe. And hit the bell.